All right. LDBC and LDMMAC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, folks. My main man, Dennis Espinoza, he's been, telling me, hey, Coach, you over 6,000 subs. And, Dennis has been pushing this channel hard. I mean, he's been sharing the videos. I mean, he's been doing a lot of things that you guys probably just don't see because, he don't really talk much, Dennis Espinoza don't talk much. I mean, he'll share my videos. He'll, give me links and give me, information. Like, he gave me information on, like the top, 300 pay-per-views, how he did with sales. I mean, Dennis Espinoza is a good dude, man. Even sometimes I know he don't agree on certain things. And it's just, but this video is not so much a thank you video. It is a thank you video because I really appreciate you guys, all of you that follow my channel and you do it. You just follow whether you agree or not agree, and we go back and forth or not. I appreciate the people that, you come and you watch videos. I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to even, just get on and watch a video or listen to something that I said, I mean, it really is appreciated because I know you guys could be doing other stuff. You got stuff you could be doing, but you just take time and, you just listen to a video. And with that, I appreciate it. This video is not going to be the typical thank you video. It's going to be the video for the wise. And I know that the wise, they're going to maybe watch this video, even after looking at the title, where the title isn't going to kind of tell you what the video's about. And I know that I got a lot of wise people like the Dennis Espinozas and the TCs and the General Africans. Like, they're actually going to watch the video, and they're going to watch the video. They're not going to watch parts of the video. Wildest Moments, they're not going to watch parts of the video. They're going to watch the video into its entirety because that's what they do. See, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about something a little bit more than thank you. I actually want to talk about loyalty. Loyalty. And I'm going to tell y'all a story, man. Well, when I was growing up, I had the pleasure to be mentored by two great men in my life. And that's my uncle, who, I did a video with him the other day. And, we was just in the car talking. And Sensei. And yes, that was his name. We called him that. Nobody ever called him by his real name. I mean, I didn't learn his real name till 10 years after I met him. We all called him Sensei. That's what he did. And, I used to always wonder, did Sensei really know any kind of martial arts? Well, I found that out. And I'll never forget, man. See, Sensei, he was a guy that he always spoke in parables. Like, I'm like, who is he, Jesus? Like, why can't this dude ever answer a damn question? You ask him a question, and then he'll answer a question with a question. And that used to drive me up the wall. I'd be like, hey, Sensei, who made the lemonade? Well, it's not who made the lemonade. What do you think about the lemonade? I'm like, no, dude, I just asked you who made the lemonade, and this really happened. And I'm sitting there like, man, Sensei crazy. But I could appreciate that about him because it forced you to have to think, And I think, in my generation, we were forced to think about a lot of stuff. And this new era generation, you're not really forced to think. Somebody does it for you. So I can appreciate that about Sensei because he prepared me for, life, period. But one day, man, I call myself, I'm hanging out with this group, man. And I was hanging out with these guys for years and years, man. And I think I was about maybe 14 or 15 years old. And I called myself going into the store. And I took an apple. I put the apple in my pocket. Now, the guys I'm with, they done took like $20 and $30 worth of candy. Now, mind you, the detective, he ain't see them. They walked out of there, or they ran out. I think he saw them, but see, he couldn't catch up to them. Like, they got up out of there. And, of course, he go me still thinking they in the store. I done put an apple in my pocket. So the detective came to me, and they said, empty your pockets. I said, man, what for? So, I pulled the apple out of my pocket. And so the detective, he said, why would you want to steal an apple? Why would you steal an apple? Out of all the stuff in the store to steal, why are you finna go to jail for stealing an apple? I said, I don't know. I just kind of thought I could get away with it. And that's what I told him. I said, I just really thought I can get away with it. I thought I'd never get caught. He said, well, you got caught. He said, have you ever stole something before? I said, nah, it's my first time. And he said, I believe you. He said, give me your parents' phone number. And I'm thinking in my head, no. If I get this man my parents' phone number, man, my mom, my dad, uncle, boy, they gonna rip me a whole nother face. And I was like, nope, I can't deal with that. So I gave him Sensei number. And so Sensei rolled up in there. You know, and the cop looked at him. He said, okay, is this your son? And see, I started shaking, man, because Sensei, he's one of those people that he got a lot of integrity, man. He's not gonna lie for anybody. He even, you know, told, you know, his own son was acting up, man. He called the police on his son and told the police to take his son away. Like Sensei, he was real no nonsense, man. Real no nonsense. And he said, yeah, that's my son. And he said it quick too. And so now, you know, I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on? Because this dude ain't never told a lie in his entire life. Well, as long as I've known him, I've never known him to fabricate any truth. Everything he say is not going to be politically correct. And everything he say, he gonna tell you unfiltered. He said, yeah, that's my son. And he said, okay, well, you know, him and the cop, they were chopping it up for a little bit. And then him and Sensei laughed, and then, you know, they walked out. And, you know, they left each other, and Sensei said, go outside. And I said, oh, I can go? Sensei said, go outside. And he said, if you gone when I get there, he said, I'm going to find you. And he said, I'm going to beat you into a whole nother dimension. And I said, okay. So, you know, I stood there, man, waiting on Sensei. He came out the store. And as soon as he came out the store, I was trying to run over to talk to him, man. This man kicked me in my legs and swept the legs from under me. And then he grabbed me and put me in a hole. And I said, God, you know, PG-13 channel Sensei, what the hell are you doing? He said, stop talking. He said, God gave you 2 eyes, he gave you 2 ears, and 1 mouth. He said, do you think God trying to tell you something? And I said, yes, sir, I got that one. So a lot of times he spoke like that. I didn't get what he was saying. I never did, man. And he used to drive me nuts. And he said, you know, I've been wanting to tell you for a long time. He said that the crowd you hang with, you're not going to be hanging with this crowd any longer. Because your soul will leave your body faster than your body leaves earth. And I could never understand what he was saying. See, when I'm in my teens, you don't understand stuff like that. You don't understand parables. You just didn't get it. I didn't get it. And he said, hanging with that wrong group, your soul will leave your body faster than your body will leave earth. And I, you know, I still remember that to this day. But now, in my adult years, it's crystal clear. I understand exactly what he meant. The guy was telling me that I'm on my way to being killed. And had it not been for him and my uncle, I'm going to be honest, I would be dead. I'd be dead. I'd be in a casket had it not been for those two. That's just how it is. That's reality, you know. I would have been in somebody's casket or somebody's jail had it not been for Sensei and my uncle. But he told me that, and I sat and pondered on that for a long time. And it kind of made sense. See, Sensei, he was big on loyalty and honor. Those are his 2 things that he instilled in all of us. It was loyalty and honor. And he would always say that, you know, a man with no loyalty and a man with no honor is a rich man without a bank account. And I'm like, what? And I said, Sensei, what the hell are you, what? And then, you know, when you ask him what he mean, he never said it. He never repeated. He never said it again. He just said it that one time and that was it. Yeah. He said a rich man without honor, you know, what did he say? A man without honor and loyalty is a rich man without a bank account. So, you know, now in my adult years, I get it. See, you always understand this crap after, you know, you time has passed and you have to reflect. Yeah, you know, a rich man can have all the money in the world, but if he empty and ain't got nowhere to put it, then is he really rich? You know, and I started thinking about that. So he started telling me, he said, listen, he said, everybody that you're around and everybody you think is a friend, okay, they're not loyal. And I said, well, how do you know somebody loyal? He said, a person that's a loyal friend to you, he said, what they will do, he said, they're going to tell you 1,000 times, but they're only going to show you 1 time. And so now I started asking a question. I said, well, how do they show you? Then he said, God gave you 2 ears, 1 eyes, and only 1 mouth. He said, what is God trying to tell you? And then he asked a question with a question. He asked a question with a question. And it went off, in my head like a light bulb. I get it. And now this day, in my adult years now, I actually understand what this man meant. And I understand it completely. You got to use your eyes and your ears to understand the character of people. To understand if they're loyal. You can see these things with your eyes and your ears. You watch and you listen. That's what he was telling me. See, Sensei taught me this valuable lesson growing up, and I learned that. And from then on out, for the majority of my life, I never made a bad decision when it came to people or people that I associated with. Never did. Now, I reflected back to this particular channel. I wanna give a shout out to everybody who, you support this channel. And people even outside of YouTube that, both of us, we've been loyal to each other. We've just been friends. And yeah, you can meet somebody and be friends with them, You can be friends with somebody you never met. You can. They ain't your best friend, but it's been, you can be friends with somebody you've never ever met. And there are a few people, outside of YouTube that I actually consider my friends. We talk. We talk about real stuff, real life stuff. We talk about these things. And see, I can listen. And then I watch how people move. I watch how they move. And I know it's some people that they don't mean me any good. They'll come and they'll act like, see, they put on the act, they'll act like, hey, you know what, man, we in support of you, we support your channel. But really they don't. And they don't have to actually tell you. They don't have, see, they can say this, but they can do that. And I know that only the real OGs are watching this video. Only the real ones. See, at this point now, we into about the 12-minute mark of this video. And I know only the real OGs are watching. So I want to thank you to the people that, you've had my back. And you just loyal, no matter what. And maybe some of the stuff you don't agree with. You can't agree on everything. But at least for the most part, you can understand that, I do try to have honor. I try to have some. But I do have a sense of loyalty. And I'm going to tell you, if I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal to you. Okay? If I roll with you, I roll with you. If I do. People ask me, Coach, why do you have so much faith in 78? Well, why do you roll with 78? It's called loyalty. 78 was loyal to me at a time in my life where a lot of people weren't. He actually imparted information on me that helped and saved my financial future. Folks, I have to be loyal to somebody like that. He could have sold the game to me because for the information he gave me, actually, it's worth a lot of money. It's worth it. His time, hourly, it's worth a lot of money. 78 got a lot of business ventures. He do a lot of business. And his time for an hour is going to cost. He gave it to me for free. He imparted into my life. He loyally. I don't even know if he I don't know. He just did it. How can you not? It's other people. It's other people. See, when people impart something into you and they believe in you, you have no choice, but you got to be loyal. And that's what I try to aspire to be, as loyal as I can. But I understand. And I know some of y'all telling me, Coach, certain people don't mean you no good. Do you know they don't? But some people, they can be taught, and some people they can't be taught loyalty. And I know some people, you give them 1,000 chances, they still, they don't mean you any good. But to the people that's been following this channel, and to the people that, we definitely been cool, and, hey, you understand what my character is, and I understand what your character is. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys doing it. And guys, we own the 7,000. We own the 7,000. We can't be stopped. I know people, they systematically, they trying to stop what we're doing, but they can't stop us. They can't stop what we're doing, y'all. They can't do it. They can't. They can't stop that combat sports panel. That combat sports panel, I'm telling y'all, in about 12 months, I think we're going to be one of the largest watched combat sports channel on YouTube. And, when it comes to live streaming panels and fight discussions, I think we're going to be the mecca of that. But only the real wise, true OGs going to watch this video and get what it means. Shout out to everybody. I'm done.